Hello and welcome to another episode of Funbearable. I'm Brad Rohr.
And I'm Chuck, the mistaken identity Staten.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why right now.
Okay, that wasn't much of a tease if you're following it up immediately.
I feel really strange and embarrassed. Okay, so we come to the Comedy Connection and we record.
All right, I think I know what's happening. My eyebrows shot off my head for a second there, but they're back.
We come here and we record, and there's usually no one here, and sometimes by the end of recording, people are here setting up for whatever, maybe a show or whatever. There's a woman here that works here named Becky.
Wonderful woman.
Super nice, super cool, always a big laugher. She's really, really nice to us. I pulled in, as I often do. Mm-hmm. I looked at the car next to me, and I think I saw Becky.
Okay.
So I waved at her, and the woman kind of confusedly waved back to me.
Right.
She starts walking into the Comedy Connection. We're walking behind her. She's not talking to us whatsoever.
Seems strange.
She opens the door. We walk in behind her. I say thanks. And then she has a coffee cup from a local coffee chain called Mary Lou's.
Right.
And I go, ooh, Mary Lou's. I haven't been there in a while. And and she's like, yeah. And Brad goes, I went to Sip and Dip.
Yep.
And I went to 7 Stars and whatever.
No conversation.
No conversation. She walks into this room and we go past the room and walk downstairs. And Brad says, I don't think that was Becky.
Right.
I thought it was Becky the whole time, which is why I was so jovial and familiar with her.
Yep.
Her hair is dyed bright red, which I've never seen Becky with.
Right.
I've never seen Becky with a weird hair color.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's not her. And she just thinks I'm like, hey, babe, what's up? Not babe, but like, hey, lady, how you doing? Oh, crazy coffee. What are you doing?
I thought something happened upstairs just now.
No, I'm just tiptoeing around the Comedy Connection because now I feel awkward. So I'm like going up the stairs, like trying to like tiptoe. Yep. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm trying to pee quietly. You ever do the thing where you pee on the ring before the water so you don't make a sound?
Yeah, not on the seat, but not into the water. Yes, of course.
And I was like trying to pee like that. I'm turning on the faucet barely and barely touching the soap and just rubbing my penis hands together. I only peed with 2 hands.
2 fingers?
And it was like about as big as that.
Yep.
This pen.
I know.
And then I'm just like, I just got to wash these 2 fingers because that's the only penis finger. Boy, I feel awkward right now.
No, you were nice to her. You weren't overly familiar unless something happened upstairs just now.
But I did wave to her.
Yeah.
I said thank you when she opened the door, and then I'm like, Mary Lou's, eh?
Normal. Like that to me, that's normal conversation that you would make with a stranger.
Oh, okay. I guess you're right. If we had walked in with her and behind her, it's not like we would say nothing.
Right.
That would be psychotic.
Yes.
That would be weird.
I think tonally you're okay.
Okay.
And maybe the wave makes it weird, but everything else is fine.
I also, I saw her face.
Yeah.
And we were coming in, when she was in that other room, I still was like, I think that's Becky. So when we leave, I kind of want to be like, hey, I thought you were Becky. But what if it is Becky and she's in a bad mood and that's why she was weird to us?
I think she still would have been nice to us if she was in a bad mood.
She's very nice.
She's very nice.
Oh, I feel so awkward.
Yeah. Well, or we'll just stay here all night.
To the point where when we walked in, I came downstairs and at first I was like, man, I think Becky's not happy that we're recording today. And you were like, I don't think that's Becky.
I'll say this. I wasn't that confident.
Oh, what are we doing? I feel so...
Look, I've said it once. I'll say it again. All white women look the same.
Yes, okay, that's fair.
I can't tell them apart.
Yeah, neither can I. Color blindness. That's actually a thing.
Face blindness.
Face blindness. Okay, there you go.
Also
no, because you said white women.
Yep. Color and, I don't know. We're aware of the color.
Ethnicity blindness. Ethnic blindness.
Nope.
Oh,
no,
okay.
that sounds way worse.
Ethnic blindness. So today we have a really special thing.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm excited about it. I think this is going to be fun. So recently, the Malcolm in the Middle reboot came out.
Yes.
And, it's how many years later you think it is?
Let's call it 20.
20-ish. And it's one of many. Like Roseanne came back. There's so many shows that just were like, hey, we're back.
Yep.
Hey, we're doing this thing. And we're thinking about ideas for the podcast.
I'll say Will and Grace came back. I think Frasier came back for a limited run. Like,
Wow.
all these things that are doing like 6 or 10 episode series, reviving a cast for a show that hasn't been on the air in 10 to 20 years.
Yes. And so we thought for a podcast, maybe it would be funny if we came up with our own shows that should quote unquote
very
come back.
Yes.
And what those shows would be like.
Right.
So we both came up with a list, and I'm very excited to tell you my list.
I have some stinkers on here.
Okay, good.
Some real bad ideas.
I love a stinker.
Some real, one real good idea.
Okay, good.
That's not true. All my ideas are bad.
And by the way, we originally were like, it's 20 years later.
Yeah.
I think that's loose.
Loose and a goose.
Could be 30 years later,
Yep.
depending on when they aired.
Could be 40-ish.
Yes.
Yep.
Can I tell you my first one that I didn't write down?
Please do.
MASH 20 years later.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, well, so MASH was set in the Korean War conflict,
What year?
early 50s.
Okay.
So you could move it to Vietnam, which was when it aired.
Oh, you know what'd be funny?
Yeah.
MASH, then like subtitle, here we go again.
Yes. I'll say this. Let me put a little hat on your idea.
Please.
So you do
Hat
MASH,
me.
20 years later,
Yeah.
and it's set in Vietnam in
Yes.
1970.
Yeah.
Then we have MASH during Operation Desert Storm.
Ooh.
And it's a very short thing because it was only like 6 weeks long.
What if every time there was a new war,
Yep.
we did MASH?
We did MASH.
Would that help the country's morale?
No.
I think it might.
They'd be like, why are there so many MASHes?
Yeah. Well, how many MASHes would there be? I mean, we're discounting the first 2 world wars, right?
Yeah.
Because we have to.
Yeah. So Korea,
Korea,
Vietnam, Desert Storm, Desert Shield. Are we counting like Nicaragua and conflicts like that in the 80s?
Yeah.
Probably not. Let's
Cold
skip
War?
over. Ooh, MASH Cold War. Where are they set up? Where's the?
I don't know
Are they in West Berlin?
I'm going to tell you what I think a Cold War is.
Please do.
It's a war between 2 countries where they're both not doing anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that why it's called cold?
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's not heating up.
Yeah, there's no missiles flying. There's no active like battles.
It's just like 2 countries going, I'm not talking to him.
Well, they're fighting in different ways where they're trying to influence popular culture. There's a lot of spy craft.
Okay.
In the Cold War, where you're getting intelligence about what they're doing, and a lot of kind of arms race stuff. At least between the USA and the USSR, was like, all right, they're building a new missile. We have to build a bigger missile.
Okay.
Oh, all right, they're building this kind of plane. We have to build a better version of that plane, and back and forth and back and forth. And then the Soviet Union fell apart. Soviet Republic fell apart.
All right. So it's, first one was
Korea.
then Vietnam.
Yes.
Then let's say Cold War,
Probably,
which
yeah.
would be really strange.
Yep.
They're just like looking at their watches.
Yep.
There's no one being hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be fun. They could be like friends at the coffee shop.
That's true.
But it's in a medical tent.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, it was a comedy outside of the medical tent, so maybe it's just more focused on comedy.
Okay. Then 80s. Then what? What war?
Probably Desert Storm, Desert Shield, Desert Storm.
Okay.
Early 90s.
Yep. Then?
Well, after the War on Terror.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After 9/11?
Yeah,
War on
Afghanistan
Terror.
and whatnot.
So this is what? Six?
A lot of
six
Middle
seasons?
East stuff. Yep.
Or 6 versions.
Yep.
It's kind of like Star Trek.
Yeah, a little
You know
bit.
what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, Trump recently started a new war.
Couple of them.
A couple people aren't happy about it.
Yep.
I think even the Republicans, a lot of them are like, this isn't great.
Nope.
I don't know if this was what I was sold.
Nope.
If we had a new MASH, I think the country would be like, worth it.
It depends. It depends who we're casting in that MASH.
Okay, who are we casting in the sitcom MASH
Oh, boy.
2026?
So many possibilities.
Let's go Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, yeah.
That's
she's
sexy.
Houlihan, yeah.
Okay.
Hot Lips Houlihan. Yeah.
Hot lips.
Yep.
Okay, I like that.
It's so similar to his character on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but give me Joe Latrulio playing Radar O'Reilly.
Oh, I'm loving Latrulio.
He's great.
Okay, he's great. How about, I just had it. Jack Black. Well, by the way, I've never seen MASH.
As Klinger, who's constantly trying to get himself proven insane.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's very
That's Jack
funny.
Black. It's
Yep.
very Jack Black coded.
Isn't there like a general who's kind of a dick?
Yeah, a little bit.
John Hamm.
All right, great.
Or Alec Baldwin. Baldwin.
Okay. Either one. Very good. And then Alan Alda was like the sensitive, like the kind of the glue that held the show together.
Michael Cera.
There we go.
Tell me you wouldn't
Perfect cast.
If you know Trump is like, we need the straight of vermouth. Vermouth?
Nope. We've discussed this in the past. Vermouth is an alcoholic drink.
Okay. Hermouth?
Hormuz.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Which is probably exactly what I said when we said it before.
It was.
If he announces that.
Yep.
Right? And we're all like, what a bummer. This stinks. I
Yeah.
don't want this war.
Yep.
Next day, new MASH poster, all these people on it. And it says straight of vermouth, whatever. Does it soften the blow?
I guess it depends how much of a fan you are of those actors.
I'm a fan.
And then also how it compares to the cast from MASH Afghanistan.
Yes, that's tough.
Yeah. MASH Desert Shield.
I like it. I don't know. Did they have the opposition on the show, MASH?
Not really.
No?
Yeah, occasionally they'd have to treat an enemy soldier or something. But
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then the enemies could be cameos. I think it's worth it.
All right.
I think the war is worth it.
I think the war is worth it.
Yeah. So our 20 or 30 or 40 year later comeback TV shows.
Yeah,
if they came back.
My extremely dumb first idea, and I told this to you on the phone, Sabrina the Middle-Aged Witch.
That's great.
It's just a witch. She's
That's
just a
funny.
witch.
Yeah.
Has Salem the cat changed? Nope. Sassy as ever.
How about this? Salem impregnated another cat. And then there's 6
kittens.
Salems.
There's kittens.
And
yeah.
she's taking care of,
Yep.
That's a new part of the show. Sabrina the Middle-Aged Witch, and she has all these cats, and she's trying to take care of
And
them.
it's basically it's a show about the cats.
Yeah, and they're giving her-
Sabrina just happens to be there.
And they're giving her guff.
Yeah, she's like Nanny from the Muppet Babies.
Yes.
Yep.
And the guff is
A lot of guff.
a lot of guff.
Yeah.
Stuffed with guff.
Yeah.
Stuffed with guff.
Stuff to the cuff with guff.
That's Sabrina the Middle-Aged Witch. And then it says that. All right, you want to hear one of mine?
Well, I'd like to play Melissa Joan Hart's love interest with
Okay.
a lot of steamy smooching scenes.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Melissa Joan Hart played Clarissa on Clarissa Explains It All.
That she did, yes.
Aren't you more of a Ferguson than a Sam?
Yeah, but it's a different property. It's a different show.
Maybe. How about this?
Okay.
Compromise.
Okay.
You're Ferguson's son, and you have an inappropriate crush on your aunt, Melissa Joan Hart.
But again, she's not Clarissa in this. She's not my aunt. She's Sabrina, the middle-aged witch.
Oh, Ferguson's not on the show.
No, he's not.
We're just talking about archetypes.
Yeah.
So he's not in the continuity.
No.
Then maybe you are a Ferguson.
Okay.
And she's not your sister.
Yep. There we go. Perfect.
And your name is Ferguson.
Yes, of course.
And you have to dye your hair red.
And she's my sister.
And she explains it all.
Yeah.
All right. Ready for my first one?
Yes, please.
The Cosby Show, 2018.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Cosby. I have a whole description.
Good.
Dr. Cosby, known for his innocent shenanigans and fatherly advice, is imprisoned for rape. Because he's Bill Cosby always used his own life in it.
Yep.
So he's embracing it.
Yes.
Much like MASH, he's like, will this soften the blow?
No.
Okay, yes. His children, Theo and Rudy, attempt to break him out and also end up in jail.
Okay.
Giving the Cosbys a new place for laughing and learning.
I mean, there's a lot to learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
First episode.
Oh, good.
As Dr. Cosby goes through his trial, a prison warden is having trouble thinking of a gift for his wife for their anniversary. While the B story focuses on his trial and the shocking revelations made by those on the witness stand, the A story
Yes, of course.
concludes with Dr. Cos encouraging the prison warden to write a love letter from the heart, which reignites the love between the prison warden and his wife. It ends with Cosby and the warden hugging through the bars.
Very sweet. But, maybe this guy's not so bad.
That's what I'm aiming for.
I knew you would.
Another episode.
You're a cause apologist.
No, get out of here. Just creatively. Just for comedic purposes.
Yeah.
Another episode. After Dr. Cosby finds out that Theo has been making prison wine in his bathtub, he scolds him for charging the other prisoners in cigarettes and sexual favors.
Okay.
Dr. Cosby gives a heartwarming, fatherly speech to Theo about sharing with others.
Okay.
The line "We're one big family" concludes the episode as a violent riot breaks out. And finally, the season 3 cliffhanger.
I'm sorry. Can I offer a note on that one?
I would love any input.
Oh, you're drinking? You have to drink the whole thing.
Oh,
Dad, I can't possibly drink all that toilet wine. You got to drink the whole thing. You made it. Blah blah blah.
Wow,
that's his punishment.
Wow, and that's probably bad news in this prison environment.
Sure is.
It could be. Season 3 cliffhanger.
Yep.
When Rudy wants to shiv another inmate with a rusty, dirty shiv that she made out of discarded prison bars, Dr. Cosby is disappointed.
Yeah.
However, he has to let his children be themselves. He creates his own pristine, medically sterile shiv.
Very nice.
So that the person doesn't die from whatever diseases they get from the rusty shiv.
Yep.
Will Rudy take her father's advice, or will she purposely give a fellow prisoner a surefire and possibly fatal case of tetanus?
Oh, that's tough.
It is.
It's tough. At what point do you?
It's a cliffhanger.
At what point do you let the kids go?
That's the question. Yeah. That's what this is about. Final episode.
Oh, good.
As Cosby is cornered in the shower, his final words can be echoing over the credits. My pudding pop.
Of course. I knew we weren't going to get out of here without a pudding pop reference.
I know. You have any ideas for Cosby 2018?
Oh, Cosby 2018. I maybe there's an episode where he's like, all my life I've been doing my own thing and not listening to noise from the outside, no matter how loud that noise gets.
Okay.
Like, I have to be me.
Ew, is that defending his actions?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
He's defending his actions.
I know.
Yeah.
I know you're not.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's a heavy message. Mm-hmm. Does something happen with Theo or Rudy?
Probably.
Where they're trying to be cool.
Yeah.
And they're trying to be cool in prison. They're getting the racist tattoos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're joining gangs. They're doing initiations on other gang members. Mm-hmm. And Cosby's like, this isn't you.
Yep.
And Rudy's like, but the real me is scared and insecure and I'm trying to be tough. And he's like, sometimes the real you has some flaws, but you gotta be yourself. And he's tapping the newspaper article that says he's going to jail. Yep. Really hammering it home. That's a good idea, Brad.
Thank you.
That's a lot of fun.
Yes.
How many do you have total?
I don't know, a bunch. Here's a couple short ones. The West Wing, 20 years later. President Bartlett, I don't know if he lived, finds out that the current president is going for a third term, and President Bartlett decides to run for a third term against him.
That's fun.
It's just, the script has written itself over the past couple of years. Just an idea that, we'll probably have to figure out together. The Julia Louis-Dreyfus cinematic universe, in which Elaine Bennis, Old Christine, and Veep all exist in the same world.
Multiverse.
Somehow, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, a JLD EU.
Maybe.
Yes.
So how do they discover this?
I don't know. All right.
Oh, I got it. You go ahead.
As the vice president.
Yes.
She has to oversee some scientific funding or whatever. And so she goes to where they're going to do this test.
I'm going to just say this, just throwing it out there for your idea.
Thank you.
What about Roswell?
That could work too.
Same kind of idea.
Yeah, kind of a Stargate situation. She walks through and is turned into triplicate.
There's new technology. They're scared to test it. She's like, no, this is going to be good for the United States. So she tests it, much like Norman Osborn.
Yep.
She goes into another universe. She's at Monk's Diner.
Yep.
At Seinfeld.
Yep.
Right? And maybe another one is...
I don't know a lot about the New Adventures of Old Christine.
Neither do I.
The pilot.
I imagine it like Indiana Jones. The New Adventures of Indiana Jones.
It wasn't.
It could be. Did she like snakes?
She hated snakes.
That was a weird sound.
Yes, it was.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe Elaine has a problem.
Yep.
That she needs advice from Christine.
Yep.
And then maybe Christine has a problem. She needs advice from the Veep.
Paper, rock, scissors situation.
Yes. And then Veep has a problem.
But, think you can bring in the whole cast of Seinfeld.
Yep.
You can bring in the whole cast of old Christine, including, I believe, Wanda Sykes was involved somehow. Whole cast of Veep, Armando Iannucci. Like, a lot of good work can be done there. So just throwing that out, just the idea of a show like that, multiverses, pretty popular these days.
Yes.
Something like that. So I'll do...
And they have to do a Mrs. Doubtfire thing where they all switch places for some reason. And like Elaine is trying to be a Veep.
Yep.
And
oh my gosh, she would be such a bad Veep.
She would be a bad Veep.
Yep.
And like she would do all the Seinfeldisms and have all the phrases.
Yep.
This is fun. You've come up with quite an idea here.
We went to war. We're starting a MASH. Yada yada yada.
We're starting a MASH.
Yep. Another idea was Just Shoot Me 20 years later. Instead of working at a magazine, it's a BuzzFeed style office. Geez, I don't remember much about the show.
Yes, TMZ.
Yeah.
David Spade was bitchy.
Yeah, he was the receptionist. There was the photographer who had a will they, won't they with one of the writers who was also the daughter of the owner.
Yes.
Wendy Malick was on there as the style person.
What if it is TMZ?
Yep.
And Rogan is Rogan.
Ugh.
Joe Rogan is Joe Rogan.
No, Rogan is on News Radio. Just Shoot Me with Spade, yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I like that. The TMZ aspect is actually really cool.
But all you have to do is bring back one of those characters as starting a new branch in this new media world.
I'd love Spade.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's really funny. I have one. It's a 20 years later movie sequel.
Okay.
Just the title.
Yep.
Honey, I Shrunk the Adults.
Nice. I was thinking about Baby Geniuses being just called Geniuses.
That's great.
Yep.
That's very good.
Yep.
I have another like fully fledged one.
Sure.
All right. The Real World 2022 starring the original cast. After 40 years, the original Real World cast is back.
Good.
Feuds include who left their dirty diaper in the kitchen trash? Why aren't there any bars in the showers?
Yep.
Should we watch Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune on the one TV? And Becky versus Andre. By the way, I have no idea about the original Real World, but these are the names from it. Becky versus Andre because, and I quote, well, someone ate my ice cream. Dentures go missing. Someone cuts up all the tennis balls for the bottom of their walker. And the jock of the group steals everyone's pills to celebrate the fact that he was finally approved for assisted suicide.
Good.
2 cast members pass away after mixing up each other's colostomy bags.
Gross.
Yeah.
Was Puck in season 1?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I looked up.
He was an early one.
Yeah. What about the guy that slapped the girl in the face in the car?
Yeah. I thought that was not season 1.
See, a lot of the early stuff I think is not season 1.
Didn't somebody have Pedro Zamora? Somebody had HIV or AIDS or both.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know what season that was, but again, that was very early on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real World is a funny one.
Very weird that name stayed in my brain.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I remember Trishelle. Remember that one?
Yep.
So weird thing. This is kind of a side thing, and it's something I've always thought about.
Okay.
Do you ever feel like with certain things, part 2 is better than part 1, like across the board for a lot of things? Spider-Man 2 is widely regarded as a better Spider-Man. X-Men 2.
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2.
Paddington 2.
Paddington 2.
I'm told.
Puss in Boots 2. Isn't Godfather 2 kind of rivaling?
Yeah. But you also have The Hangover 2, which people didn't love as much as The Hangover.
I agree.
And I'm sure there are many other, Empire Strikes Back, regarded as significantly better than Star Wars A New Hope. Did people like Temple of Doom more than Raiders of the Lost Ark?
I think of all those as kind of similarly enjoyed. But it's interesting because I kind of always noticed this, especially when people are like X2 is better than X-Men, Spider-Man 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I think in those cases you have a framework laid down by the first film, and so you don't have the responsibility of building the universe, and you can focus more on character development and/or fun in games.
I agree, and you know what else is better too? TV shows.
Yep.
Parks and Rec. Season 2 is better than 1.
That's true.
Seinfeld.
Yep.
Better than season 1. Simpsons,
Yep.
better than season 1. It's a really interesting thing that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, because you hear about the sophomore slump,
Right.
which is the opposite of that.
Right.
But there are so many things that I've come across. You know, Mario started as Super Mario Brothers.
Right.
Then, as most people know that are into video games, Super Mario Brothers 2 was actually a reskin of a different game that was out. So Super Mario Brothers 3 is really the closest sequel to the first one.
Yeah.
Widely regarded as better than the original Super Mario Brothers.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of them that you could come up with that feel that way. And it's got to be, like you said, they're not laying the groundwork, so they have more room to play with whatever they've created.
Yeah.
But also, do you make the thing and then see the flaws?
Right.
And then sand out the flaws?
Also possible.
Or do you put it out and people point out the flaws and the stuff that you haven't seen? Just interesting.
Yeah.
Just a quick talking point that I've thought about in the recent memory.
Sure.
Not the funniest. I apologize. But it is an interesting talking point.
Yes.
All right. So that's my Real World 22.
All right. I have 2 here that I'll do. 20 years later, Flight of the Conchords. Just more of the same. I love those guys.
That's pretty good. I'm happy with that.
I would love to see what Britt and Jermaine are up to.
Especially like now they're famous. You know what I mean? They're not trying like that's not just their story anymore.
20 years later, sort of. Freaks and Geeks picks up where the show left off with all of the actors, minus James Franco, reprising their roles and no one acknowledging they are now 25 years older.
That's funny.
Linda Cardellini, was supposed to go to like an academic camp for the summer. Nope, she decided to follow. It might have been the Who on tour, somebody like that.
Yeah.
And like, how's school going to go in the fall?
That's really good.
Yep.
You know what would be funny too?
Yeah.
Let's say it's Freaks and Geeks 20 years later.
Yep.
They just treat it like the next year in high school, and it's all the actors now.
That's it. Yeah.
That's what you want to do?
Seth Rogen, Jason Segel.
They're still in high school, and they look like they're 50 years old.
And then I'm like, is it funnier to have all the extras of the same? And I'm like, no, you need to have high schoolers playing those extras.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
For the contrast.
By the way, the cast of Freaks and Geeks, like Busy Phillips, Franco, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel, Linda Cardellini, and then like Martin Starr and Sam Levine. Like it's
and Judd Apatow is behind
stacked,
it.
yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
And he did Bridesmaids. Paul Feig. Paul Feig, yeah.
Feig or Feig.
Yeah. So yeah, it's bringing them back. And again, it's tough because I don't think you can do a whole series. But man, how about seeing this as a 7-minute independent video? Maybe it raises money for a charity of some sort.
Yeah.
And you get to see these people like closing their stories and reprising these roles. I think it's just really fun. Especially
if they had super petty high school things going on and they were like whining about that kind of stuff.
It's weird. I was thinking about, we talked the other night at Improv about on stage. I had learned the kissing should be real and the violence should be fake.
Okay.
And, with consent and things like that, maybe the idea of kissing should be real has faded into the background somewhat. Violence should still be fake. But there is a scene in Freaks and Geeks, one of the episodes, where Busy Phillips slaps James Franco like 3 or 4 times in a row.
And it's real?
And I think it's real.
Yeah.
And it looks intense.
Yeah. So how is the kissing part, like, how could you even fake it?
The idea of either... don't do it, or you put your thumbs over their mouth and you kiss your thumbs on stage. Yeah. Or you turn and just you wiggle your head back and forth like you're making
on stage.
So the audience can. Yes.
Oh, okay. Because you used an example from a TV thing.
Yeah.
So I thought you meant that.
Yeah, sorry.
But on stage, that makes sense.
On stage, yeah. But it's weird. I'm like, I've done a lot of stage kisses. It's not a big deal. Formerly, and this is my aside, when we had a big crowd and I was performing at the Providence Improv, like 80 or more people in that room.
Yeah.
Felt like a huge crowd. Guy kissing a guy, huge reaction. Clap trap. I'm trapping those claps. I'll kiss a dude for a reaction.
Interesting.
It doesn't mean anything. We're playing characters. We know it's funny.
Yes.
Our buddy Jimmy Sorrell, one of the funniest improvisers around. I kissed him and somebody in the back line called freeze. And so we're just stuck with our lips together.
Oh,
but we're both laughing through it. The whole,
Yeah.
A huge crowd.
That's
They're
good.
loving it. But at the theater I'm at now, I've done 2 stage kisses, guy on guy, no reaction. It's not a big deal. They're like, yeah, of course, they're gay. Who cares?
Yeah.
And
that's a thing.
It's very weird.
Yeah. That's funny. Hey, you're a performer.
Yeah.
I appreciate the commitment. All right, I got a little tiny one.
Yes.
Golden Girls 2022.
Uh-oh.
It's just a static shot of 4 grades.
Oh, R.I.P. Betty White.
Yes. Want me to do a real one?
Yes, please.
Never Been Kissed 2, Never Been Fingered. I'm just kidding.
We could stop now. we don't need to do this podcast anymore.
I just wanted to say that title.
Yep.
That's not my idea.
Good.
Never Been Kissed Back to School, the number 2.
Okay.
In 1999, Drew Barrymore played a 25-year-old woman who had to go back to high school and pretend she was a teenager.
Yes.
Now it's 2024, and 50-year-old Drew Barrymore heads back to school again with more of her patented disguises. The twist? She doesn't go back to high school. She goes back to grade school.
Oh, I'm in.
Can this nearly elderly lady trick a bunch of 6th graders into thinking she's 11? Can she pass remedial math? Will her reader glasses give her away? Find out. Never Been Kissed, Back to School.
I think Drew Barrymore is talented enough to make that happen.
Perhaps.
Yep. I've got a couple here. One is Happy Days.
Okay.
It's set 20 years later at the start of the 80s because it ended kind of at the start of the 60s. And you're recasting all the characters because... however, it's the start of the 80s. Richie Cunningham is a Reagan Republican. The Fonz is still hanging out with high schoolers despite being in his 40s. Ralph Malph died in Vietnam 10 years ago.
Ooh.
It's just called Sad Days.
Sad Days. Sad Days as a dramatic reboot is so funny.
Yeah. As I was trying to write that, I'm like, I don't know anything about this show.
Sad Days.
Yeah.
You deserve a gold star.
Thank you.
That's very funny.
Thank you.
Let's see. I got... Okay, you ready for another one?
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie The Orphan?
I do.
The original is about a little girl who gets adopted, but you find out at the end, spoiler alert, it's just an adult posing as a child.
Yes.
It's Orphan 2, orphaning all over again. So in 02OAOA, exclamation mark, Esther, the woman who posed as a child, is back, and she got adopted again. The only problem is now she's 60, and pretending to be a kid ain't as easy as it used to be. Every morning, Esther has to hide the fact that she has to put ointment on her bad knee and take 12 different pills.
Wow, is Esther me?
Her parents notice she goes down the stairs much slower than the other children and never goes on the monkey bars.
Weird.
When Esther's parents reveal their aspiration for Esther to be a soccer star, Esther knows she's in for a tough summer.
Yeah.
Esther soon breaks a hip and is put down.
Yep.
Orphan 2.
I've never seen The Orphan, but I can't imagine that works out well for the parents.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens, though. They discover it, and then what? She wants to murder them? Why is she doing it?
Yeah, I don't
She can't do it because she likes to murder. She's not going to get adopted that many times.
Nope. Here we go. 20 years later, MTV's Cribs, revisiting all the celebrity cribs they visited and seeing how those celebrities are living now.
I love it.
I will point out this should be a surprise, like an ambush type show.
Okay.
To not give them time to rent things and make themselves seem cooler than they are. Like, we want to see whatever rap rock guy was in the 2002 episode of Cribs. What's he driving these days? For real.
For real. What about this? This is how they do the ambush. Because you need to figure this out.
Okay.
What if they call them and they're like, "Do you want to be on Cribs?"
Yep.
You get $100.
I'll take it.
And they're like, "Oh, sign this contract. We're going to come in 2 months."
Yep.
The celebrity signs the contract. You've changed the wording.
Yep.
And it's just that you're going to go do it.
Yep.
It doesn't have a date.
Nope.
You show up the next day.
Yeah, I just wanted
That's
to
how
see
you ambush.
Perfect. Show. I don't remember if this was the name of the show. 20 years later, Together.
Yes.
Also an MTV show. It kind of satirized boy bands.
Yes.
And one of the former fake boy band members is now managing a K-pop group with a question mark.
Okay.
And then I said, it's very hard to do this because the show Girls 5 Eva did it so well with the idea of this girl group reconnecting after X number of years. And, it's a Tina Fey and Robert Carlock show, and it's hilarious.
Wow, I didn't even know about it.
Busy Phillips in that as well. All of my shows are Busy Phillips based.
I like it. They're vehicles.
But no, it's I was just kind of thinking about what shows were around in the early 2000s.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I do like that show. And the idea of, because at first it was do the same show, but with a K-pop group.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
is that funny?
Yeah.
What's there?
Right.
It's just the same show.
It's just the same, honestly, use the same scripts, but everyone is Korean except their manager, who is Kevin Farley.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
So that was an idea I came up with that I admit is pretty thin.
I like it.
Yeah.
How many more do you have?
I have, let's see here. There are the longer ones. I have 2 medium-length ones and 2 longer ones.
Wow, I have 1 short one and 1 long one.
Let me do one of my medium-length ones because it's very dumb.
Okay.
My name is Earl.
Okay.
Earl and Randy meet up at a Comic-Con where they tell moderator Chuck Staten how they got their lives together by making up for every wrong thing they've ever done. And then the show follows Chuck, whose name is not Earl, as he attempts to put right his wrongs, starting with making up for all the times he's been late to podcast with his friend Brad.
Wow, have I been late? I'll put it this way. Have I been more than 5 minutes late?
Yeah, but when you're 5 minutes late 100 times in a row, that's 8 hours.
Oh, that's good math. That's all that is good math.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
No, it's just the idea of you did the Jason Lee and Ethan Suplee panel a couple years ago.
That's
and so,
funny.
Just my way of acknowledging. And then the idea of like the show is called My Name is Earl. And you're like, wait, so his name is Chuck? I thought his name was Earl.
Yeah.
Dumb.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Maybe you do another long one, then I do my 2, and then you do the rest of yours.
All right. Dukes of Hazzard, 20 years later, set in the early 2000s because the show was originally in the early 80s. In a post 9/11 world, is running Shine still worth it for Bo and Luke Duke? Gas prices have increased, meaning the General Lee will occasionally run out of gas. Mm-hmm. Daisy has gotten hooked on opioids and looks pretty rough.
Yep.
It's harder to outrun Roscoe P. Coltrane when increases in law enforcement funding means he has more officers, guns, and even a tank with him. Boss Hogg has been elected to the U.S. Senate, and no one in Cobb County cares about his misdeeds. The horn sound has been replaced with a Rush Limbaugh soundbite.
Oh, that's funny.
Thank you.
Can they at some point steal the tank and attempt to jump it?
Oh my gosh, what a great idea. And it gets stuck. Like in mud, like the barrel of the tank gun gets stuck in the mud.
They flip over. Yeah. No, that's fun.
And maybe there's some discussion about the top of the car being a Confederate flag. I don't know how much conversation there was about it in the early 2000s.
Yeah, true.
A lot more in the past 8 or 10 years.
Yes.
Although in the reboot with Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott, there was a scene where they were confronted by some black gentlemen about the Confederate flag on the roof of their car.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't remember that movie, but I remember kind of liking it.
Well, Jessica Simpson played Daisy Duke, which was pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. We talked on a recently recorded episode, I don't know when it will come out, about high school
cringe.
High school cringe. During my senior year in high school, for about 2 months, I was really into Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
And it was because the internet was new, and we found like a website that was like fun facts about the Dukes of Hazzard, and I probably printed it out, and I was like, the license plate from Dukes of Hazzard? Yeah, it's Georgia CNH 320. No big deal. And I don't know.
You love it. You love trivia.
I just got in, it was on when I got home from school or whatever, and I would watch it all the time, even though every episode is virtually the same.
You're a big Duke dick?
I was.
Wow.
Yeah. Not David Duke. Not Duke University.
Yeah.
Bo and Luke. Not even Coy and Vance, who replaced Bo and Luke Duke for either half a season or a full season because of a pay dispute with the 2 main guys.
Wow.
Yeah, it was their cousins that came in. One had light hair, one had dark hair. It was the same thing.
Yeah, of course. That's fun.
Yeah.
Duke University was cleared.
Yeah.
The woman lied.
Yeah. I didn't mention the lacrosse team, just Duke University in general.
Oh,
should have hired me in 2006.
Yeah. Although you could have been involved in that lacrosse thing.
Yeah. I would have been the one guilty party.
I'm just saying you're accused.
No, I was a big Dukes of Hazzard guy for a short period of time. Like I might still have like, was it printed dot matrix style? Like this stuff that I got in 2006.
That is insane.
From the show. It really.
You've never mentioned Dukes of Hazzard.
1996. Going into the start of that year, we had gone to a vintage store in Chicago called Flashbacks or something like that. And again, this is 95 now. And I bought Welcome Back Kotter, like folders, one with Horshack, one with Epstein, Barbarino. And I was like, yeah, I'm a huge Welcome Back Kotter fan because no one else was. And so it's not like anyone's saying, oh yeah, tell me what a sweat hog is.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to stand out, to be different.
Yes.
And so I think that the Dukes of Hazzard continued the idea of this retro TV.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That is nuts. Did you have a jacket with the Confederate flag on the back?
No, not because of Dukes of Hazzard. because of David Duke.
Go Duke. Duke Dick. And it says Duke Dick under it.
Yes.
I love that.
Why am I like this?
Oh, you're a guy.
Thank you.
You're quite a guy.
Thank you.
Short one.
Okay.
The Rolling Stones, 20 years later from now.
Oh, no.
The members of the Rolling Stones are roughly 101 years old.
They sure are.
They come out in hospital beds, in comas, as a backing track plays.
Yep.
That's all we got.
Tickets are $350.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let me see. My last one.
Let me do my medium one here.
Okay.
Married with Children. 20 years later, Bud's family is now the focus of the show.
Cool.
The family is the worst stereotypes of the worst parts of American culture.
Yeah.
Guns, propaganda, misogyny, anti-vax propaganda. It is the #1 show on television through late 2028.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
You know, for a while, Al Bundy really cashed in on the idea of like misogyny, you know, with No Ma'am, and the idea of like feminism is bad. And because I was, susceptible, there was an element of like, probably when I was 14 and I heard the word feminazis and I was like, yeah, take that, women.
Well, you were also probably being like rejected by women.
I sure was.
Like, you have the mean thing.
Yeah. And, I didn't, there wasn't an online incel culture for me to lose myself in.
Yes.
And I am grateful for that.
Yeah.
And then eventually realized that the reason I'm intimidated by smart, strong, powerful women is because they're the best.
Yes.
And I like them a lot.
Good. I like that.
I grew out of it, but I was able to grow out of it. And I think a lot of youths these days aren't able to.
Hey, hopefully they will be.
Yeah, I hope so.
I was reading a thing on Reddit yesterday. And who knows?
In r/incel, where you're a moderator.
Yes. And everyone is just, whenever anyone posts anything on Reddit that's kooky, everyone says it's fake.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, maybe it is, maybe it's not.
Yeah.
This girl basically posted in like a sex advice thing, or maybe it was like an Ask Reddit thing.
Yep.
And it was basically, my boyfriend is a brony. And we've been dating for like, let's say 3 or 4 years. And I thought he would grow out of it. But he's constantly sending me My Little Pony gifts and memes. And every time we have sex, he tries to play My Little Pony. I've expressed my feelings to him many times and I'm not into it. And he continues to push the issue. What should I do? And one of the first comments, oh God, I want to remember what this fucking thing was. It was basically like another really absolutely bizarre, more bizarre sexual proclivity, and another guy that was pushing it on the woman. I wish I remembered what it was.
You know what I say to this My Little Pony brony couple?
Yes.
Just say nay. Bum, bum, bum. That's a parade starting for my joke right now. There's here's some fire engines coming along. They're spraying me with water. Oh, little leaguers coming behind them, throwing me Tootsie Rolls.
Yes.
I'm just really enjoying this parade based on that terrible, terrible wordplay. I'm really stalling so that Chuck can look up Reddit for the actual comment.
It's such a dumb story if I can't remember.
By the way, the big complaint that I see on Reddit these days is that if something is written like well, it's got to be AI. And there's a big argument on the Chicago Bears like secondary subreddit about funding for this new stadium.
Yeah.
And will they move to Indiana and so on and so forth. A lot of it, the bill recently passed the Illinois House of Representatives, but will it pass the Senate? And it has to be amended and this, that, and the other thing. And so it's a huge thing. And this guy he's published like 8 posts and all of them have been about how the Bears are definitely going to move to Indiana.
Yeah.
And people are like, we hate you. And the guy's like, look, these are researched and well thought out. They're like, it's AI, it's AI, it's AI. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, we'll see where they move. How does it affect, like, if it doesn't affect my parents' commute, I don't care.
Yeah.
Be in Hammond, be in Chicago, be in Arlington Heights, move to Michigan, whatever.
Yeah.
Leave my parents alone.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you find your brony story?
I looked online. I can't find the Reddit thread, which means I can't find the comment that was so explosive and bizarre. But man,
it was probably, you know what? What fan base would be more bizarre for someone to be into sexually
than brony?
The Fun Bears.
Now that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
What is the Fun Bear sexual thing? Ugh. They just want to have sex with people that look like Brad.
I assure you, that is not the case.
Oh, man. It might have been furry, but it was like insane. Like whatever the boyfriend was trying to get the girl to do was absolutely insane. I apologize for my faulty memory. I'm going to make up for it with my next idea.
Good.
Okay. And again, I apologize.
You should.
So this is my last one.
All right.
Dennis the Menace 2026.
Okay.
Dennis the Menace 2026 is about a 40-year-old man named Dennis.
Right.
After Mr. Wilson's wife dies,
it's sad.
Mr. Wilson can't afford to live on his own and gets an apartment with Dennis the Menace.
Uh-oh.
He's now just nicknamed the Menace.
Yeah, makes
in
sense.
his small town after getting arrested for breaking and entering.
Uh-oh.
Assault with a deadly weapon, and goosing an old lady as she bent over to water her flowers. After all these
Classic
years,
menace.
Dennis is still a menace.
Yep.
At home, he leaves his dishes in the sink.
Oh,
He never flushes the toilet.
gross.
And he does crystal meth day in and day out.
All right, that seems like a step beyond.
He has sores all over his body.
Uh-oh.
And constantly grinds his teeth to the point where he keeps Mr. Wilson up at night.
No, get a mouth guard, Dennis.
Mr. Wilson is going mad.
Yeah, of course.
The Menace is constantly holding up liquor stores and convenience stores.
Also bad.
He's ruining the town. It soon becomes a desolate ghetto. The town treasurer quits, and the mayor vomits constantly.
Yeah, I would think so. Getting fed all those beans.
The Menace ruins everything he touches. Mr. Wilson is at his wit's end when Dennis pawns the golden case holding Mrs. Wilson's ashes.
Oh, no.
After demanding Dennis get a job and giving him an ultimatum, Dennis is furious at Mr. Wilson and decides to get revenge. Knowing Mr. Wilson has a heart problem.
Uh-huh.
This is long, huh?
Yeah. No, but it's
compelling.
edge of my seat.
Yes.
Figuratively speaking.
Dennis hides around a corner wearing his scariest monster mask.
Okay.
The only problem is Mr. Wilson is getting ready for his hunting trip and is carrying his rifle.
Uh-oh.
Dressed in bright orange and camouflage, Mr. Wilson turns the corner.
Uh-huh.
When the Menace jumps out, Mr. Wilson reacts quickly. In fact, he reacts too quickly. As the Menace lays on the ground, Mr. Wilson begins to break down. I knew it would end this way. I knew it would end this way,
Yep.
he sobs. He curses an unfair God and renounces his faith as a devout Catholic of 70 years.
Mm-hmm.
After weighing his options, Mr. Wilson decides to bury the Menace. I can't go back to jail, he shakily says as he looks at the prison tattoos aligning both arms, filled with depictions of weapons and various racial slurs.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to leave that life behind, But is that where I belong? He ponders with tears in his eyes. As Mr. Wilson digs the grave for the menace. I think this is a season.
Okay.
I think it's over.
It seemed like a lot for a pilot.
He convinces himself he's doing what's right. He's ridding the world of someone who does nothing but hurts others.
Ugh.
He brings negativity to all that's around him. As Mr. Wilson packs the dirt hard and thick, he curses himself. Another murder. He hangs his head in shame. This makes 12. He slowly walks home. Does he miss the menace? Maybe he does. Maybe he will. But Dennis's reign of evil is over.
Wow.
It's a pretty weird one.
It's powerful.
It's a really strange one.
Do you have casting ideas in mind for Mr. Wilson and or Dennis? Because I was thinking Chuck and or Brad.
Ooh. For you, Mr. Wilson? Let me think. Who's good? Maybe Robert De Niro as Mr. Wilson.
Yep.
He's expressive. He's easily annoyed, according to Meet the Parents.
Yep.
And then Dennis, he has to be real shitty. He has to seem like dirty, and he has to be like, he's gruff. You know what I mean? So who's gruff and 40? Gruff. Maybe, and I would like him to be kind of like blonde, although that could be anyone.
I was thinking Charlie Day, but that's because Dennis led me to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I was just thinking about those guys.
Charlie Day's not bad.
Yeah.
He can be dirty and like that kind of thing. I'm kind of thinking of a dramatic actor.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking this is a drama.
Yeah.
This is
of course
not fun.
No. This is
fun.
Bel Air. This is not Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
And I think it's just called The Menace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's almost a horror show.
Yeah.
As you can imagine with all this murder. And maybe season 2 is 20 years before, and it's Mr. Wilson's jail experience. And it crosses over with Bill Cosby, The Cosby Show.
I was going to ask you who Mr. Wilson's cellmate was.
Wow.
While he was in prison.
So we got the Cosby Show 2018.
Yep.
The Menace is at the same time. They both do well in their time slots.
But it's a Saw 3 and Saw 4 scenario.
Yes, they're happening at the same time.
But you don't know it.
But you don't know it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, season 2 of both is, the Cosby Show, The Menace.
Yeah.
Or maybe The Menace, Cosby Show 2018.
Something like that.
Yes.
Wow, we're really redefining television history.
So I started writing this, and I'm like, what if he's like a dick in his town? He's like grown up and it's worse. And then I don't know. I just kept writing.
It happened.
I let my pen flow.
Good.
Yeah.
I have one more. Let me find it here in my Gmail drafts folder.
Yes.
Oh, no, I accidentally sent it to the school I'm interviewing with next week.
I'd love that.
They wouldn't. Cheers.
Yeah.
20 years later.
Yeah.
It's a limited series, 8 episodes.
Okay.
Sam Malone returns to his bar to find that it has gone corporate. A venture capital company purchased the bar and has removed the soul of the place while capitalizing on nostalgia.
So it's called Cheers still?
Yep.
And it's cool in a cool font. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like updated to a point where it's
they're still
sterile.
They're selling Norm shirts.
Oh. So wait, does Cheers exist as a television show in this?
No.
Okay.
It's the bar. They go back to the bar, and you can take a photo with Norm's stool, which you can do at the actual Bull and Finch up in Boston.
Okay.
But they're over merchandising it.
Right.
It's all fancy drinks. You can't get just a beer.
Okay.
It's every the beers are $25 and they're all microbreweries.
Yes.
And it's a really nerdy bartender.
Yes. Too cool for school.
Really, yeah, very much so. They add in fake traditions where it's it's a tradition at Cheers that, every night at last call, we do this. And Sam's like, no, we didn't.
Yes.
And things like that. So maybe he's in town for the funeral of Diane. I don't know.
Jesus.
Over the course of the series, he meets up with old pals in the area in an attempt to recreate some of the old magic.
Okay.
The only joke I've really thought of is that Woody now runs a dispensary and seems really, really, really smart at dealing with all of that while still playing the hayseed character from the original series.
Nice.
By the end of the 8 episodes, Sam realizes that some things are better left in the past, and sometimes lightning only strikes once.
Maybe a metaphor. Go ahead.
propping up something past its sell-by date is artificial, and people should focus on creating new things instead of just inhabiting the corpses of the past. Then he turns and stares directly into the camera for 3.5 minutes.
Great.
Yep.
Can I say as another metaphor for this?
Yes.
What if Diane's alive?
Okay.
They've been separated. They're not together.
Of course.
They come back. He wants to rekindle, but they don't have the same magic.
Nope.
And it's a metaphor for the show.
Yeah. We're something is missing.
Yes.
We're trying too hard to recapture the old magic instead of creating new magic.
Yes. That's pretty good.
I really, really like Cheers was such a well-written show.
Yes.
So respected among comedy knowers, and that's gone. And we live in a time and a media ecosystem where it's not going to come back.
Yes.
There's not going to be another Cheers. But it's like that doesn't stop corporations from trying to not recreate it, but to repurpose the old magic.
Repurpose, yeah.
And not that we don't want to see these characters and these locations that we've grown attached to over the years, but like let's leave room for new characters and new locations and other ways and other shows for us to fall in love with.
Yes.
But you can't do that because you need a recognizable hook in these shows.
That's what's going on now.
That's what's going on now.
Yeah, I know. I thought about the other day about the top 10 box office movies of all time and how every single one is based on something else.
Yep.
It's a tough one.
Yep.
It's a tough one.
I mean, Kevin Smith referenced it in Dogma with Salma Hayek as the muse. All these movies except for the one with,
oh, yeah.
I didn't have a thing to do with that piece of shit. Someone sold his soul to Satan for that piece of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved the idea of coming up with these kind of rebooty type ideas. Rebooty. Looking at these properties. And, some of the shows, I never watched The West Wing. I don't really know what it was like, but I did watch Married with Children. And the idea of like, I don't want to see Al Bundy being old and doing the same jokes, but how does Bud Bundy's upbringing affected how Bud Bundy views the world?
Yeah, that's funny.
And also, an idea I didn't write down was that Kelly Bundy now works for the Trump White House.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's good.
She was not a very smart character.
That's true.
But yeah, it's interesting, thought experiments to do it. If corporations want to take our ideas, just pay us for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're ready to go.
Take Dennis the Menace 2026.
The Menace.
Yeah. Scary.
Upsetting.
Scary. Not cool.
No, not cool at all.
Maybe, maybe Mr. Wilson, could he be not necessarily a Cold War spy, but like, he's not like Mr. Wilson is a fake identity, and that's why he didn't get.
It's always been a fake identity.
Yeah, that's why he didn't get more upset at Dennis. He never wanted to involve the authorities because he didn't want them looking into his backstory too closely.
That's great.
Whether he's a mob informant or he's a war criminal somewhere else, maybe he's George W. Bush. A lot of possibilities.
That's great. I love that, and that's what we're going to visit in season 2.
All right, great.
The history of Wilson.
Wow.
Yes,
that's
the Wilson of it all.
Okay.
That's the first episode title. It's not the series title. Yeah. I don't know if I love it.
But yeah, very fun stuff, folks. If you have ideas for shows you would want a 20-ish year later revisit on, let us know. Send us an email, funbearablepod@gmail.com, or find the email link through funbearablepod.com. Find us on socials at funbearablepod. Check out the Patreon. Like and subscribe and share and tell a friend. And if you go to the same coffee shop every day, maybe mention it to the baristas.
Yes. Baristas could be open to things.
Yeah.
They're always open to new...
you got to make small talk with them about something, and you can't just talk about coffee. They have more interest than coffee.
That's true.
Mostly.
Somewhat.
Yeah. They never talk to me about anything. They're like, just tell us your coffee order, Brad.
Yeah.
I'm like, but let me tell you what I learned about William Howard Taft.
You're like, what if Mr. Wilson?
Yep.
And they're like, call the police.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we know, war criminal, Brad. We went through
so you've told them before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, we went through this with your Uncle Jesse from Full House idea.
Yeah.
No, but wouldn't it be? He's not related.
Yeah.
He's a war. All right.
How did the Rippers begin?
Sorry, it was Uncle Joey that wasn't related. Dang it.
Okay.
Ruined that joke. My parade's going backwards now. The fire engine is drying me off and setting me on fire.
Yep.
The kids are taking Tootsie Rolls back. It's a whole thing.
Yep.
But folks, we are so glad you you joined us for this time together. I sounded very churchy for a second. We're glad that you joined us.
Yes.
For this time together on this Sunday morning. And as we go into the world, grace and peace be with all of you.
I think we bring that to people.
And we're sorry for being Funbearable.
Grace and peace. I don't know if that's what we bring to the table.
Will and grace to all of you. And we're sorry for being Funbearable.
So I did have an idea.
Okay.
I didn't bring it up during the show.
Probably a good decision.
You came up with the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep.
What if it was the David Duke family? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm adding it to my TiVo now.
Half the people in the country are like, fuck yeah. And half people are hate watching.
Yes.
And we got
100%,
everybody.
yep.
That's pretty good.
That's great.
I don't know about his children.
No.
I don't know. Boss Hogg, maybe Boss Hogg is like a liberal hippie.
Ooh, what a change of pace.
Yeah. Like it's all flipped.
Yep.
Oh man, I would love that.
Man, opposite Dukes of Hazzard. I'm in.
I'm in too. What's on the top of the car?
Oh.
Let's turn it off before we say it.
Yeah, because I have a joke and I
Yep.
can't say it. I'm stopping recording now. Please don't let me say.
In a world where there ain't nothing left about, they're two special idiots now. Hear me out. Chuck's life is